There is a $3 liquid sitting on the bottom shelf of almost every grocery store in America that can bring a dead $200 car battery back to life, not slow it down, not extend it, restore it. And here's the part that should make you furious. Auto parts stores will gladly sell you a brand new battery every 3 to 5 years, knowing full well that most of those dead batteries aren't actually dead. They're suffocating, choked by something that can be reversed. With a compound discovered in 1859, they didn't stop using it because it failed. They stopped teaching you because it worked too well. And what I'm about to show you is exactly how to bring it back. Stay with me because what comes next is where the story gets heavy. Welcome to Cheap Fix Lab. This is where we crack open the vaults that billion-dollar industries welded shut. Wanting to understand this, we need to go back to 1859. A French physicist named Gaston Planté invented the very first rechargeable battery, the lead-acid battery. The same core technology, still sitting under the hood of your car today. Now here's what most people don't know. Early engineers quickly ran into a massive problem. These batteries would die, not because they were worn out, but because of something forming inside them. A hard insulating layer, lead sulfate crystals. At first, this baffled them. Entire battery banks, used in telegraph systems and early power storage, would suddenly stop working. Until they discovered something strange. If you altered the chemical balance inside the battery, you could break those crystals apart and restore the battery's function. This wasn't theory. This became standard maintenance knowledge. Rail systems used it, military units used it. Early automotive engineers understood it, but then something changed. Because once cars became mass-produced, batteries stopped being maintained and started being replaced. And here's the question. Nobody asks, why would an entire industry abandon a working solution, unless that solution threatened how they make money? Before we go deeper, I need to show you something. Everything we break down on this channel, battery restoration, off-grid systems, DIY survival fixes, it all comes from one place, the Forbidden Camping Vault. This is a collection of the exact guides, formulas, and step-by-step systems that industries quietly moved away from. Not because they stopped working, but because they couldn't be monetized. Inside the vault, well, you'll find full battery restoration protocols, off-grid energy setups, DIY repair systems your grandfather probably knew, and survival-grade fixes designed to work without subscriptions, contracts, or recurring costs. If you want access, check the link below, because the deeper you go, the more you start to realize how much was never actually lost. It was just buried. Now let's break down what's actually happening inside your battery. A standard car battery works through a chemical reaction between lead plates, sulfuric acid electrolyte. When your battery discharges, lead sulfate forms on the plates. That's normal. But here's the problem. If the battery sits discharged for too long or is repeatedly undercharged, that soft lead sulfate turns into hard crystalline deposits. This process is called sulfation. And once that happens, the plates can't react properly. The battery can't hold charge and your car won't start. But here's where it gets interesting. Magnesium sulfate, better known as Epsom salt, has properties that can help recondition the electrolyte balance. When introduced properly, it can increase ionic conductivity, help break down hardened sulfate buildup, restore the chemical environment needed for charge flow. This isn't magic. This is basic electrochemistry. And studies on battery desulfation confirm that altering electrolyte composition can improve performance in sulfated cells. But here's the part nobody talks about. This doesn't fix a broken battery. It removes the thing that's suffocating a working one. So the real question is, how many batteries are being thrown away that never actually needed replacing? Let's break this down. The global car battery market is worth tens of billions of dollars, and it depends on one thing: you replacing your battery over and over again, every 3 to 5 years. Now think about this. If a $3 compound could reliably extend the battery life, even by a couple of years, what happens to that revenue? It collapses because you cannot build a recurring revenue model on a solution that costs pennies and lasts. So what happened? Maintenance knowledge faded, user serviceable batteries became sealed, and consumers were trained to believe one thing: dead battery equals buy a new one, not test it, not restore it, replace it. And this is where the system becomes obvious. Because it's not about what works best, it's about what keeps you paying. Now, I need to be honest with you. This is not a magic bullet. If your battery has cracked plates, internal shorts, severe physical damage, this will not fix it. And if a battery is extremely degraded, it may only recover partially. But for batteries suffering from moderate sulfation, which is the majority of dead batteries, this method can make a real difference. Here is exactly what you do. What you need: Epsom salt, magnesium sulfate; distilled water, never tap water; safety, gloves and glasses; a charger. Step 1, safety. First, always wear gloves and eye protection. You are working with battery acid. Make sure the battery is disconnected and in a well-ventilated area. Step 2, check the battery type. This works best on older serviceable lead-acid batteries with removable caps. If your battery is completely sealed, this method is much harder to perform safely. Or step 3, prepare the solution, heat distilled water, not boiling. Mix 1 tablespoon of Epsom salt per cup of warm distilled water. Stir until fully dissolved. This creates your restoration solution. Step 4, access the cells, carefully remove the caps on top of the battery. You'll see individual cells inside. Step 5, adjust electrolyte levels. If levels are low, you can carefully remove a small amount of old electrolyte if necessary and replace it with your Epsom salt solution. Do not overfill. Step 6, let it sit. Allow the battery to rest for several hours. This gives the solution time to interact with the sulfate buildup. Step 7, slow charge. Now connect the battery to a charger. Use a low, slow charge setting. This is critical. Fast charging can damage the plates. Let it charge fully. Step 8, test after charging. Test the battery. Does it hold voltage? Does it start your vehicle? In many cases, you'll see a noticeable recovery. Here's the truth most people never hear. Your battery didn't fail overnight. It was slowly being choked over time by a process that is at least partially reversible. And the solution? It's not some patented high-tech breakthrough. It's a mineral compound that's been sitting in plain sight for over a century. This isn't about never buying another battery again. It's about understanding what's actually happening. Before you spend money you didn't need to spend. Because once you see the pattern, you start to notice it everywhere. Problems that seem expensive, solutions that are surprisingly simple, and the quiet disappearance of knowledge that made people self-reliant. The industry didn't erase this knowledge. They just waited for people to forget it, but the knowledge didn't die. It was waiting for someone to open the vault. If this helped you, subscribe. And more importantly, share this with someone who's about to spend $200 on a new battery. Because every share takes back a piece of what they tried to bury. And the next vault is already waiting.